Alrighty then. Click here to
Hey, your
sign
head's
in.
big again today.
Thank God. Man, it was so small it hurt yesterday. I hate the small head shit. In fact, I like driving as a kid with Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Have you did any photoshopping on FARC yet?
No, I don't feel I'm good enough. I've tried. I've done some preliminaries.
Those dudes are quick, man.
Well, they get a few cliches too.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll, keep using it over and over. Like anybody can put a Pac-Man in there and then send it in. And you're considered creative.
Right. Like that girl that I showed you, that thread.
Right.
That was funny, wasn't it? When she had her hand on fucking Brittany's breast. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was perfect, man. And then there was
one of the guys in this one's making those 3D, you gotta unhinge your eyes and look at it things. So there it is. That's one of those.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, you ever able to see those? I can see them pretty easy.
No, I can't. I've never been able to see him. So that guy's in there?
Yeah, well, he does one for about every time he puts something in 3D from it.
He must have a program
That's
that
the
does
dude.
that. Filter or something.
3D Max. Studio Max actually does stereograms.
Does it?
Yeah. It does them in little point black and whites. He must have a different program.
Mm-hmm.
It does it with just pure noise.
Right.
This does it with taking a picture and then modifying the picture.
Yeah, whatever. Because
Are
this
these
is
people
my
getting ready?
Indianapolis, whatever.
Of whatever.
Because this is my jail cell, whatever.
So,
Has Adam Ritz went to prison yet?
who's Adam Ritz?
Christy Lee's husband. You didn't ever hear about that in Indianapolis? X103 disc jockey.
Okay.
Really
Yeah.
popular. Adam Ritz.
And Christy Lee's on Q95.
95. She's more popular.
Right.
And yeah, he got thrown in jail for rape.
Raping who? Another person?
Babysitter. Their babysitter.
I think I did hear something about that. And he was found guilty?
He pled guilty.
Must be some other shit, or else he just had no contest that was like caught on tape, or it don't matter. Your word against the babysitters. That's one reason we never had babysitters.
Yeah, I mean, at first that was supposed to be the consensual thing, so
Mm-hmm.
he definitely.
He slammed it, huh?
Oh yeah.
But the consent was a dispute till afterwards, or?
It never went to court. He pled guilty.
That's weird because
It was right at the beginning of
Kobe's trial, yeah, Kobe's gonna get off of that. She's gonna sue him, hold him up for a lot of money in civil court, and it'll never go to fucking regular court, and he'll never be charged with rape. He'll Michael Jackson, and he'll pay like $3-4 million for that.
Put it back on that game.
Can't.
What?
We're more important than any damn fucking
What?
Iraqi Morocco soccer game.
So
This could be our sports section, though. What do you think about soccer?
I studied the Sea Peoples yesterday.
Oh, did you? After you went back? Yeah. Were they cool?
Yeah. I don't think anything before the Egyptians is that cool.
I think that's the reason why Waterworld, the movie, didn't become more popular, is because in our culture and in our subconscious, we remember those days and we don't like them too much. Where we go from shoreline to shoreline,
actually,
pillaging.
the sea people, I found out, really, in theory, come from Atlantis.
They were the Atlanteans.
Yeah. Because then when I got into that, it was a bunch of
more shit, deeper
Pluto
and deeper.
philosophy. See, he was born
the god of the sea, Pluto.
9,000 years after they were,
Now,
or something like that.
Pluto's the Greek god, that Neptune's the Roman god. Other way around.
Pluto's a philosopher, man.
No, but Pluto is of the ocean. Plato is
Plato.
the philosopher.
Plato.
And he was a sea person?
No, he was a philosopher.
He was a philosopher.
But he, in his writings and teachings, he said that, you know, he's the one, how they know about these people. Almost.
You know what we call philosophers nowadays?
Liberals.
Unemployed.
Unemployed, you're right.
Yeah, I think I am one.
What, a philosopher?
Yeah, I'm not up there with the great James Dewey, who invented the Dewey Decimal System. I don't have anything like that on my mind. But I've got some big things, you know. I know a librarian. You don't know. All right. Well, anyway, philosophy, no. Boat people, no. Sea people. My head hurts, huh?
The sea people.
Mm-hmm.
Sea peoples.
I see people.
It's the sea peoples, man.
Sea peoples.
No, I think.
You know where the sea people ship?
Have you ever seen those old films? See, it's like when the Neanderthals stopped being, and the Ice Age came.
They didn't stop being. We murdered them. It come up against species to species, and we slaughtered them. We slaughtered our brother.
Okay, so.
I'm pretty sure that's how it happened. We might have eaten some of
So
them.
then drought and famine set in, and the drifters got together, the sea peoples. Because Atlantis sank, see, and there was a major. The reason why is there a mountain blew up.
Right. Volcanic activity, the sea and the island
changed
sank.
the environment.
Right.
And the water table into the Ice Age.
Right.
Water table rose, so you had drifters.
Right.
And there was drought in other parts of the world, you see.
Uh-huh.
And so...
The whole climate change, like what's happening this year.
Right.
We're having big climate change, aren't we?
Just had a big hurricane in Florida, wiped out half of Florida.
We've been having every storm having tornadoes in it.
And look, you know, it's like...
Never hit a 90-degree day this summer.
About that? Where's the news about the...
Are you kidding me? That would ruin the president election chances if he can't control the weather. What are you going to do about it?
You don't think they can control the weather, Jay?
I think they are controlling the weather. I think between that HARP radar that's beaming up, you know, stuff that's hitting us in the head, so we need the tinfoil hats. That shit affects the weather. They seed clouds for water, you know, there'd be like 200 times the amount of rain out of one storm that there normally is. We've only had one storm this year, but it was 2.5 inches. Not this year, this month.
The sea peoples, Jay.
Okay, so like when the water raises again, do you think New York has a chance of becoming more sea peoples where they all have to go out on rafts and live out in their island?
Or move.
Because some of the buildings will be partly above water, but they won't have electric or water.
Port Muncie.
Mm-hmm. All the way up to the Muncie River. We're on a river, so it's got to come up, you know.
Right. And it would flood half of Muncie.
Just from valley to valley, or the entire plain. Be a lake, an ocean. Was there ever an ocean here? There was a giant fucking ocean right here, wasn't there?
Ice.
I don't know, in Cincinnati they're digging troglodytes out of the fucking soil. How does that happen if it isn't under an ocean?
I don't know.
You know what a troglobite is, don't you?
They say it's biblical, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, what does it say in the Bible? When the Antichrist comes, you're going to have... He's waiting for the rapture. When everybody comes out of the graves and all the good people leave their skin and fly right into heaven. What's going to piss him off is he's going to be still standing in that White House when that happens. We're going without him. Are you one of the good people going up in rapture? You know it. You know, you're like a saint, you know.
No, I'd probably go to hell, man.
That's where I'm going, right there with all my friends and all the girls I know. And
well, I'm thinking
Diane's
in my
a
head,
saint.
I got a warped fucking mind, man. I don't tell you what I'm really thinking.
Right. Did you realize that all women are bitches except your mom and my mom? And our wives. I gotta put the wives in that category too. But all the rest of them, damn. That's just a joke I heard. It's a joke. I'm kidding. I respect women. And I asked myself. Just made an ass of myself.
Yourself?
I just ashed on myself, yes. I wonder if I got it on camera. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Kool-Aid. Alright. Boat people. Well, you know, the reason we don't have hair like apes is supposedly we spent a lot of time in the water like the dolphins. Made it real fun in different places, streamlined. You couldn't get rid of the remnants of hair, you know, in places, armpits, the unmentionable places. He who cannot be named, the ass, hair up the ass. What good was that? Has hair in your ears ever helped you any? No. Why is it there? It's not evolution. Bring back the boat people. The sea people.
Well, I don't know. See, for me, believe in God, that would mean that, well, somebody really wanted you created for some reason. And boy, I can't think of any reason.
No, dude. I can't. I was made in God's image. You're looking at the ugliest fucking God there ever was. No, really, maybe it's to be the modern philosopher, since it doesn't pay much to be philosophers. Maybe that's my job. Somebody has to be the philosopher.
I'm going to have to admit, Jay, you're my philosopher, man.
I work on philosophy every day for about an hour.
It has to do with, have you ever met a pissed off, violent philosopher?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Well, to be a philosopher, you had to be in the church for a while. The church took over philosophy, and some of the greatest philosophers were church.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that are saved and can think about other crap except getting saved, you know.
Well, right.
Like, how many angels can dance on the head of a pin? Can God create a rock so big that he cannot lift it? And if he can't create a rock, then he isn't omnipotent or whatever.
Right.
Well, that don't bother me none. You know, those are just paradox because you begin with faith. Mm-hmm. You know, the fact that we know that the aliens are here kind of negates any kind of earthly religions you could form. And they don't want to be gods. They're not our gods. They're just not other things like us. Right. But by the sheer knowing that they exist, kind of makes it hard to believe in another earthly belief system, which is based on total fantasy. We think we're real modern now. There's been other cultures in the past that have surpassed our greatness in thought. And a lot of them have nothing to do with it.
The more I think about it, the more I think it's got to be a simulation.
A simulation? Computer simulation?
Yeah.
Because now we have computers, you're able to read the backstory, little bits and pieces of the code work, right? Taking the Bible and running it through the computer, they ended up with the Bible code, where they can make crisscrosses of words. This one guy on Reese.com, he claims that if you take somebody's words, whatever they say, and reverse it, reverse language, that he will tell you in reverse what he's feeling about what he just said. And according to him, Scott Peterson's guilty. Come backwards. I strangled the bitch. Hit her in the neck. Hit in the neck.
You're funny, Jay. That's
well, one of these days we're going to show all these shows backwards and we're going to see what it says.
Is he a murderer? You think he's guilty?
Yeah.
Duh.
When a pregnant wife goes down, almost 80% of the time it's the person closest to her, which would be her husband. The husband does it all the time. If the husband dies, it's almost always the wife. Why, you know, I'm not buying a satanic cult in a white van driving through that neighborhood that time of the day that was just looking for pregnant bitches to torture until they died, you know. On the other hand, there's evidence that the baby was born alive months later after she'd been kidnapped. Yeah, I guess so. What about Elizabeth Smart? Everybody thought she was dead. She turns up being hauled around as a little sex slave. Which ain't a bad idea when you think about it. Do you think all the fundamentalist religion, the more fundamental they are, the more it's about screwing little boys and girls? Because I can't figure out any other reason nowadays except for these priests to get laid. Like homos.
Like homos.
So how come the Catholic Church doesn't allow homosexual marriage? All their priests are doing it. Why the fuck not? Right? How do we feel about homosexuals? I'm kind of, you know.
How do you carry on a conversation with a person?
It's Catholic, right? You don't bash the church incessantly. Well, you just said you didn't believe. I must have offended your Catholic sensibilities.
Well, see, deep down inside, I am Catholic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I'm deep down inside, you know, Presbyterian, and we believe that we're saved and you're not because Martin Luther King knocked that fucking proclamation right on the fucking door of the church. Big deal. What if Paul, or Saul as he was known, hadn't taken that road to Damascus that day? I guess we'd all be Jewish, huh? I wonder what made him go blind. You think he just stared at the sun? I think that's what happened. He goes, oh, there you are, God, stared at the sun, and that blinded him.
I'm blind.
You stare at the sun?
No.
There's a reason you're blind. You're diabetic, right?
Yeah, probably. Not yet.
It usually happens after you've been diabetic, though. That's what's weird about it. The disease must be something else, but it's probably a little do that. You don't think it's because of anything else you do, like smoke dope. Or stare at screens. You stare at too many screens.
Smoke dope.
Oh, we deny that, and we're telling the children, don't. Just say no. So, warranties.
Warranties?
Yeah, I gotta get all my shit that's under warranty in. It's a pain in the ass to do it. You ever notice that? Filling out warranty card to begin with, and then having to track down all your receipts and then send the shit back. It can't be done.
Sure can.
How? You file that shit? Oh, no kidding. Is that how it's done? Well, I used to have a drawer over there that had everything I owned.
Well, Jay,
warranty,
if you were smart,
which I'm not.
You'd get a scanner.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have a clear place here.
Everywhere, everything I
With
get.
a shredder beside it.
I'd scan it. I wouldn't shred it. I'd scan it, file it, and then have a computer, and then have a CD. Well, I need to shred. I got a shredder. It's beautiful making pretty pieces of paper, right?
When you shred it, and you also encrypt it on your data.
Mm-hmm. Password protected and zip it.
Yeah.
Or RAR it.
And then you're set.
And then would never have this problem. I'd be right online, bing bang. So how come big companies like Sony don't have giant databases of everybody that bought their shit so they don't need to even ask me?
They do.
Are they going to try to deny they made this? Or are they just worried that I stole it?
This is why they don't. They want to get the change of address.
Mm-hmm. Well, that if I wanted it back, I'm pretty sure I'd give them the right address, you know.
Right.
I think I should just throw it out and buy another one.
Here, throw the laptop out to me.
Throw it out your way. That's how you used to get me a good cheap computer. My first 386, right? Pulled it out of a trash can.
I can't believe that you have
have a what?
not ran Linux on that yet. Is Linux
I
dead?
didn't. Did I? I think I did.
Is Linux dead, dude?
Well, Microsoft offered the slim down. Oh, there's a puddle of water there. Might not want to get in.
I don't care.
Yeah, you don't care. But there's a new Windows that they're going to sell cheaper than regular Windows. It's got everything disabled in it. And they're going to try to compete against Linux in like China, which is free. How the fuck? Novell?
Yeah.
As an operating system or as a SQL? As your back end, as your database? It ain't SQL, is it? It's Linux. It's Novell database. It ain't?
Their security database, sure.
Mm-hmm. Type in Peace Babes and see if that one's up.
I bet it is.
Yeah, you're pretty good with just the keys.
Nope.
Peacebabes.com's down. Do I get my $5 refunded or just get another month with them?
Fuck that, man.
Yeah, quit messing with it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, this is where you need to go.
Who, for a host?
We'll find you a host.
The list?
How much you want to spend?
$5.
What's your budget?
$10 a month. For hosting. I already have the domain and everything that they charge for.
Hang on. Oops.
Nice Olympic Google symbol. .NET Nuke. Is that PHP or .NET or .NET Nuke? Why the hell wouldn't I go with like Yahoo?
Because you can get a better deal.
What is the prices down to? Is there a list for that? I don't think .NET Nuke has it. User management. I buy Spy Rich text editor.
E-Ministry Hosting Faith Builder portal.
For ministry? Oh man, dude. And they'll do it free? Or do we have to make a
I guess if you tell them you
love
believe in
gift?
God, then they might give you one.
Tell them it's a love gift and then send them a check. Clean, but not pretty.
Look at this, man.
Pretty, but not clean. All them fats. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. We want
So enough about web hosting. Let's get back to them C people. What else did you? Atlantis, right? Who was that described by? Plato. Isn't Pluto the god of the underworld? Yeah. Pluto's the god of the underworld, isn't he?
I don't know.
Well, hell, I can Google as well as the next person.
I gotta go back to work. It's time.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do any fun things anymore, man. Like, you know, smoke circles or nothing.
Boring.
Well, I'll plan something for tomorrow.
Tinfoil hat.
I think tomorrow's hat day, Thursday.
I might not be here.
Oh, you gotta work?
I I may have to go pick up that stuff that I was supposed to pick up today.
Well, why didn't you get it today?
Because he wouldn't know.
Oh, you got to go to somebody's house to get it. I'm beginning to follow the conversation, but not quite.
Okay.
All right, dude.
See.
Have a good one. Okay. What are we gonna do today? Oh, I think we should do something. It's just agent. Been one of them days, that's all. Oh, I got the movie Alien vs. Predator. Princess Diaries 2. That's what I could watch. Alright, I'll sing along to this one.